Welcome to the latest episode of the Alpha Elite podcast. And before we get started today, I just wanted to give a little shout out to my friend Lee Haywood, who has become our first sponsor. Lee is the designer and owner of a clothing brand called Lucky Boy. You can find all the merch on www.luckyboy.life. Got some of these amazing caps, some really nice t-shirts, some really cool stuff. So yeah, thank you very much, Lee, for sponsoring our new podcast. We've also got another first for the podcast today. So we have a guest. So we're all on our best behaviour today. So the reason that we've got a guest on today is, which is Georgia. Hi, Georgia.
Hello.
And Georgia sent us a message via one of our social media platforms. And she's been watching the podcast and she was really impressed with what that we're doing and wanted to come in and talk to us about her passion and about something which I think is quite relevant in today's society, especially in the gym culture, which is misconceptions around the gym environment, how it should be a place to practice self-improvement and how people should feel comfortable. So in case you guys don't know, I actually own a gym, which is Old School Gyms Bodybuilding and Fitness in Newcastle-under-Lyme, which is arguably one of the best strength and bodybuilding gyms in the country, an award-winning gym. And one of the things I've really worked on is to make this a very unique and safe and comfortable environment for people to come in and train. So this is a subject which is something that I'm quite passionate about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand over to Georgia. She's going to take the lead today and just talk a little bit about why we've got her in.
Gosh, thank you. It's a massive passion of mine as well, because I coach women who are a little bit stuck, sort of athletically, with identity, confidence, life, that kind of thing. And a lot of them are really holding themselves back from taking themselves to that next level through fear of what other people think. And it's something that I've struggled with for years and years and years. And it took me going through something quite traumatic to realise that actually I was the person holding myself back. And I think that actually people shouldn't have to go through something like that to actually start taking themselves to that next level and smashing through limiting beliefs and that kind of thing. So I started going to the gym when I was about 13, 14. I don't think you're actually allowed to go to the gym at that age, but my dad was like, just come with me, it'll be fine. We were just doing like bicep curls and tricep pull downs all the time, and I didn't really think anything of it at the time, but there was never really any women in the weight section especially. It was all cardio based or classes, you know, my mum was in Slimming World, that kind of thing. And it was only really when I got to uni and Instagram started coming out a little bit and there was more girls posting about being in the gym and then other girls being like, oh my God, how are you even doing that? And then I started getting messages all the time saying, oh, I wish I could just go to the gym. I'm terrified of the weight section, and I still get that now. And it really confused me at the time because I've obviously always loved the gym, but actually it's only now that I started to see it a bit more when you go into gyms and there's people who look like they're absolutely smashing it and it's all over social media and you start to think, oh my God, what would they actually think of me? I get messages all the time about it.
I think it's I massively agree. I mean, I started training myself when I was 13, and I went to the gym because I was just a scrawny little kid and I just wanted to look like an action hero. And I was really lucky that I had people that were friends with my dad who had like gyms in the house and things like that. So that's where I kind of started. And not only does it make you stronger physically, I think we've spoke about this before, but it does make you more confident. And then from that, I progressed into going into like a gym, and then I've literally always gone to the gym and always trained. I think from a business point of view, like I said, we are predominantly stereotyped because we're a bodybuilding and strength gym, which is what we are. So people have this misconception that it's full of roidheads and it's full of big meatheads and it's full of blokes. We don't have any of them here.
No, it's literally me.
But like I was leading up to the podcast, I was doing some looking at some of our statistics for our gym membership, and considering we are, like I say, classed as a strength and bodybuilding gym, we actually have 41% of our members are female now. And one of the things that you've probably noticed, we're very active on social media. So we repost a lot of people's stories, and we find that when you started training here, you were bringing women from outside of the gym but would probably never step foot in this kind of environment into the gym. And I've made it like a safe space. The gym is big, we've got loads of equipment, but nothing's on top of each other. And because we're on 3 floors, you can still have that space to move around. You don't feel like everybody's watching you, or there are places where you can go if you're feeling a little bit self-conscious, where you can go and kind of hide away, go in the studio for a little bit and build up your confidence and work your way into the gym. And like I say, so we've got just over 40% of our members are female now, which for a strength and bodybuilding gym I think is incredible. One of the things I've noticed as well is that the females that come to the gym, they take their training seriously. They spend less time yapping than the guys and more time training. They're in and out. These girls mean business. They're in great shape, and they're making progress, and they're putting stuff on Instagram, and they're creating a very positive environment. And I think it's absolutely fantastic. I created a gym because I wanted people to train. It was never about money. It was never about, making profit. I've reinvested hundreds of thousands of pounds of members' money back into the gym to get it where it is, because I want to see people training. Something you mentioned earlier about you being young and going into the gym, that's because of insurance. It's got nothing to do with the owners not letting youngsters in. And I fought like really, really hard with various insurance companies in order to get cover so that we could have from 13-year-olds in the gym as long as they're accompanied by an adult. I don't know of many other gyms that are able to offer that service, and I've done that because that's how I started. That's one of the things that's been a lifelong positive influence on my entire life, and I want to be able to give that opportunity to other people. So I really get where you're coming from. Get where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, you can tell as well that you've created that environment, and it is one thing that certainly I picked up on. I mean, I've been training here for a few years now, and it's hard because a lot of women might see on social media, or even men, that people are in shape, and that those type of people do post obviously a lot on social media, and they think that is what the gym is about, is for people who are already in shape and are wearing the matching outfits, or tops off and photo shoots and things like that. But actually the gym is the place to get to that position, to then keep at that level. And I think that's one thing that really holds people back is, well, I don't look like that, or I might not fit in, and that's why they think that people will think a certain way. But actually, most people who do look like that and post on social media have been through their own journey by using the gym, and it is a place to actually get better and practice getting better rather than just be the best. Yeah,
we spoke about it with regards to body dysmorphia. So a lot of people that come to the gym come because they have a negative body image. So they will come to the gym and they will start their journey like any normal person, overweight, carrying a little bit of excess weight, or out of shape, or never even been in the gym before, and they will progress. And then as they progress, they get more confident. And then, so we do a lot of work with Carl Morris, the photographer. He does a lot of shoots out of the gym. So we get people coming from all over the country to shoot in the gym with Carl. And it's great to see these people. And I've seen so many different transformations come through, so many different age ranges. I mean, we've had a guy in the other week who was 65, and he was in amazing shape. And he'd just basically done he'd always been training. Because of the generation he was from, he'd never had pictures done like people do now. So he said, well, I've always trained in the gym and I've always kept myself in relative shape, so I want to do a photo shoot. I want to look at these pictures in 5-10 years time and go, that's what I looked like when I was 65. And he was great, and he was in such good shape. We've had women that have come in that have survived cancer. They've gone through these transformations, and they've come in and they've developed this very positive body image. They've had photo shoots here, and I love all that. And we've got the Wall of Fame, which we're building up, where we get one of the pictures from everyone that's shot here, whether they're a member of the gym or not. If they come and shoot here, we get that picture up. It's kind of a little acknowledgement to the success that they've had. And I think because we integrate stuff like that, that's why we become so popular.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it helps having like the staff being so friendly, and you know, when you, well, some of them. No, you were actually really nice. You were one of the first.
Most of the staff.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I forced myself to say hello to most people here anyway. Because again, it is scary coming into a new environment.
Yeah.
So I almost thought, right, who do I want to be? You know, I want to be someone who just walks into the gym, says hello, uses it. So I just started to pretend to be that person. I'd walk in and be like, hello, and you'd all be like, oh, hello. And then you get that friendly atmosphere there. And if you're in the gym, you're normally there multiple times a week. So you're going to see these people multiple times a week. So, you know, it's almost, how do I make this an environment for myself, somewhere where I want to come back to? I
think you get that. That's a massive plus for independent gyms over commercial gyms. Commercial gyms you can go to and you won't speak to anybody. They'll have 24-hour access system. They don't have reception staff. They don't have staff there walking around. The members are in there with their headphones on. They don't want to interact. Whereas independent gyms, and there's hundreds of amazing independent gyms throughout the UK. Most towns have got a good quality. You become part of the family. The owners will know you. You'll get to know the owners. The members will integrate you into this community. It's like being part of your own little club. And so if you are looking to take that first step and get into a gym, I would recommend going to an independent gym. Even some of these gyms where the first gym I went to was a little gym in Weaverham, which was in an old church, and it was literally where all the local hard men trained. It was the dirtiest, most intimidating place you've ever been in your life. But you know what? They were the nicest, most helpful guys I have ever met in my life, and they helped me on my journey to get into training and fitness. Yeah,
I agree. And people think, oh, I'm not going to fit in, but actually all the people in the gym have that in common. Like, they're all there to get better at something, or to keep in shape, or to practice.
All self-improvement, or for their mental health, or the wellness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people have that comparative thing, don't they, where they tend to compare themselves to someone who's a lot further on their journey than other people. Like, if you're just starting your journey, you can't expect to be bloody Chris Bumstead, can you? You've got to work your way up to, like, he wasn't born that way.
Yeah.
I think you've got to take a step back and think they started somewhere, so I've got to start somewhere. I think gyms can be intimidating.
When did you start training?
2016, properly.
Okay.
Properly started training in 2016. Before that, obviously, it was just army training and stuff, but it's, when you walk into a new gym, even like last year when I was on prep and I was travelling, I walked into a gym in Preston, and that was a proper, like, old school bodybuilding gym, a lot of old guys in it, and I was like, fucking hell, like, I feel a bit out of place here. But welcoming, friendly, even gave me a free day.
Yeah.
Just because he was like, look, he turned up, our recommendation. So I don't know, I think you've just got to think that no one's going to, like, kill you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the worst?
What is the worst that can happen? Like, so some people have this, I don't know, this misconception that everyone's looking at you in the gym. People are not looking at you. If you do something stupid, then people might start looking at you. Or if you walk around with your top off for too long, people might start looking at you. But chances are, everyone's kind of in their own little zone, and people will look, but no one walks around with their eyes closed, do they? So you kind of just got to expect it. But people are friendly enough.
Yeah, people will look because you're a new face. They're interested. That's the difference. They're not looking because you're out of place. They're looking, there's a new person in the gym.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
There's a new person into the family, into the circle.
Don't be intimidated.
I always say to the girls as well, like, what if they are thinking the worst thing that you could possibly think about yourself? You know, you look silly, you look out of place. Like, what if they're thinking that? Nothing bad will actually happen. You've got an opportunity here to get in, do your session, make it a good session for yourself, find someone who's friendly, because 99.9% of them will be. And what if, you know, even if thoughts don't hurt, so you've just got to make it what you need it to be.
No, I agree. What do you think? I imagine you feel very intimidated walking into gyms.
But I bet people don't expect you to be, but I bet you still could be.
Right, so, guys, ready? No, I think personally when people walk, because like I say, we get all shapes, sizes in gyms, don't we really? Let's be honest. So that's anything from a 13-year-old kid walking in with their parent, or, you know, what's our oldest member, about 75?
76.
76, yeah, so 76. And they all walk in, when they've been the first time, I feel like they all walk in with the same attitude, was like, this is a friendly place to be. You know, the guy on potentially, because, you know, I work here a lot,
Thanks. The big guy that sort of probably looks me and has got a resting bitch face or whatever. Cheers for not dismissing that.
Me too.
I'm not lying.
As well.
Yeah, don't dismiss that. But yeah,
I'm not going to lie for you.
But yeah, he's a friendly guy, and I think sometimes that's what they're taken back by. It's like where you said before, what's the worst thing that could happen? Sort of. Well, I've just walked in this gym and there's this potentially big scary guy here at the front desk, but actually he's a friendly guy. Nothing else in this gym is going to bother me now because that's at the front desk.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So if I can deal with him and he's saying, right, it's here, there, never. Holy shit, he's not screaming at me. He's not trying to, kill me. He's actually just saying, if you need anything, just come and get me. Stuff like that. Good customer service. Then you know what I mean? It's like, it's literally like, well, I can start potentially this journey now. I can crack on and like I say, the amount of people that come over to me and like, hey mate, can you just show me that? Well, give me 2 seconds, I'll just, I'll cover the desk or whatever and I'll come and help you. I think that gives them, a bit of fulfillment in the gym as well. It's like, well, if I can ask the big guy, and a lot of people just want to be known as, someone going, it's happening, big guy, you're right. And it's like, that fills them with confidence, so I just think as soon as, they pass that sort of, that barrier of this gym as a whole, old school gyms as a whole isn't a big, scary, intimidating place, then, you just see people grow in confidence, they literally do chat almost too much. They literally, it's like, hi guys, I'm working, do you know what I mean? But I just need to go upstairs or something like that and check something. But it's literally because they just get filled with this, like you were saying before, they become part of this family, do you know what I mean? And as soon as they get that in, and they're here every day, training hard. So yeah, it's good to see.
Have you ever walked into a gym and felt like you didn't fit in or intimidated or anything?
What I would say is, so when I first started the gym, I started at like a similar one to you, a bit addicted to like a hole in the wall gym. So I started at a place called Portland Gym in Longton.
Yeah, and that was trains here.
Yeah, still alive, that guy. Yeah. And he's like mid-70s now, he's still going strong. And his was the kind of gym where, his treadmills very rarely worked. You probably knock the plug back in the wall and hope for the best. Everything clattering and that sort of things. And the gym was full of these big, scary, angry guys. Very rarely see a woman, and if you did, it was like, what's a woman doing in here? Yeah. It was that kind of thing. As sort of my journey's gone on, sort of post-military, especially coming to like independent gyms, the more women you're seeing in sort of these sort of gyms that literally just come in, have a quick chat, you all right, how's it going, blah, 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 and then just want to crack on with the stuff, and then they leave and they're still getting that courtesy of, nice to see you, see you again, blah, blah, blah. And they know that they're a part of this family, that when they come in, will probably know the first name or the second name, or, probably even what they're training that day, because we'll take the time to ask them, So I think what this gym itself does well is it makes it a little bit personal. It makes it, we're here, we appreciate you, that sort of thing. So I think that's what we get right. Definitely. But I would say that gyms now, I don't think you can be the way that it used to be, because I think people will literally look at it and just go, yeah, I'm not interested in that. I don't want that dirty, I want brand new kit. I want that friendly environment. I want to be able to, I want what I want. So if I want that nice friendly experience, I'll go and get it, because this place will offer it. If I want fresh kit, this place will offer it. If I want friendly staff, this place will offer it. If I want members that will leave me alone, then potentially that'll happen.
Yeah.
If I want to look at someone and say, hi guys, you're all right, to any member, then I'll get that as well. So I think every sort of experience that you'd want, I think you get it in this place. I don't know if you'd agree with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And I always say to the girls that I work with, you have to, even if you're intimidated, you've got a choice. You either go or you don't. Like if you see that in your future, you are someone who goes to the gym, you either practice that now, and like I said, that's why I again see a gym as a place to practice. It's not a place to be at the top. And 100% with old school gyms, it's you can come and not want to like be training, or all morning you could have been putting it off or whatever, and you get here, the music's loud, the kit's good, the atmosphere's friendly, everyone nods to each other even if you don't know each other, and you leave buzzing because you've done it first and foremost, even if you were intimidated, and you can leave and say you've done it. The only other option is to stay at home and be scared and not do it.
What do you think has been the kind of cause of more females embracing the gym? Because obviously bodybuilding was always a minority. Like if you go back and watch like Pumping Iron, for example, Gold's Gym was a tiny little gym. There was about 30 people. There wasn't even a female in that gym. There was about 30 bodybuilders, and they all knew each other, and that's what created that community. So they were the minority, and the majority of people didn't go to the gym. Whereas now, the majority of people go to the gym, and obviously there's a lot more females that have embraced it, and they become more, they're more conscious about building a good physique rather than just being slim. What do you think has kind of contributed towards that?
I think you could do a whole podcast on that question. I think it's quite a big question. I think social media has a part to play in both a positive and negative way. I think, again, for me, there was never really girls in the gym, and people would ask me because they'd see me training, and it was more about weight loss back in the day. And then the reason I started speaking more on social media was for younger me to hear more realistic stuff about fitness and training and that kind of thing, and that there was more to it than just fat loss. Because I always saw women doing like yo-yo diets, and I was like, something is missing. You're starving yourself to go to a meeting to be told you've lost a pound, or to be told you've put on a pound and get the shame bell rang, and then go and smash a load of takeaways the next day anyway. It just didn't make sense. And because I trained to get fitter, to get stronger, to build the body and take up more space and be louder than quieter, I just started speaking to younger me. And I think a lot of other girls started to do that as well. And the word sort of got out. And I think even the younger generation, it's that pulling away from trying to be as small as possible. And I think it's trends as well. Like people accept it more because famous people are doing it and more people are doing it, and they see it and they think, actually I could build my fitness here rather than stop eating and be small.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know. I think fitness industry's changed now. It's definitely more like trend, not trend, but like PCA's just been on this weekend, and it's just my feed's just filled with him, and like everyone's doing a show now. Whether they want to have a future in bodybuilding, it doesn't matter. People just want to compete or want to have a photo shoot so they can have that like life goal, that achievement, tick the box. So there's a lot of people getting it for that reason. Like they might not want a career in bodybuilding. They might just want to step on stage once, twice, have a photo shoot to have some memories with. I don't know. The fitness industry is changing.
Absolutely.
It is changing, for sure.
I think so. I think it's, again, for me, it's an opportunity to push through a limiting belief. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can go and smash some heavy weights, or you can do amazing form and build muscle and feel unreal for it, rather than starving yourself and just doing cardio and feeling like shit at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? There's an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can actually do something and use the gym for something amazing, like we all know that feeling once you've had an amazing session. I think people are starting to clock onto that a bit more, but also it's you can show off on social media a little bit more, and ego's coming to it as well.
Yeah,
knowledge has changed now, hasn't it?
There's a lot more information out there, whether it's good or bad. People got access to a lot more information. There's a lot more people putting content out there.
Good content.
Good content.
Like quality content.
Find the good stuff.
Yeah, find the good stuff.
I used to just read Men's Health magazine. That's how I learned how to train at the gym. I used to read Men's Health, and now it's again, it's so good and bad because there's so much information out there. You have to find what works for you and sort of
just sift through the bullshit.
Exactly.
And find the good people that have got good reputations, that have got proven results and records. And
there's no one size fits all with training. Definitely, it's got to be it's a personal journey. You can't just like have the same diet plan as you or Bryn.
Exactly.
Like
I've trained for like 30 years now, over 30 years, and my physique has changed. Like when I was a bouncer, I was 16.5 stone. I used to eat loads, used to lift massive heavy weight, but I was unfit. Now I'm about 80 kilograms. I'm probably in the best shape I've ever been, and I'm fit and healthy. I play basketball twice a week. I train in the gym 5 days a week. I can walk the dogs. I can run. I can speak and walk at the same time, you know, without getting out of breath. I can do all the things that I want to do.
Tie your shoelaces.
Tie my shoelaces without feeling sick. And that's where I'm comfortable. Do I want to be bigger? No, not really, because I'm quite happy. I'm quite confident where I am now. I've kind of found I've done the things that I wanted to do. I've done that.
I think that's key with the intimidation thing as well, is that the goalposts always move.
Yeah.
You can't complete the gym. You know, you can't be scared of, I'll never be there, because it's just always moving. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's no final boss with the gym.
No.
Dun, dun, dun. I know. I don't know. As you said, I think people will go, I want to be like this, and then they'll get like that, and they'll be like, oh no, maybe this isn't right. I think we spoke about it, full body dysmorphia.
I've just done it now. I've just done a 16-week training and nutrition plan to get in shape to do a photo shoot, and I've got my shoots back, my proofs back. And I looked at it and I thought, yeah, do you know what? I look good. But I still looked at bits on me and I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not having any of them shots because that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
So I think you're constantly looking for improvement, and it's self-improvement. And I haven't done that for anybody else. I did it for me. I did it to challenge myself, to prove to myself that I can still do it. I don't believe in these excuses. I don't believe in these people that say, I don't have time to go to the gym. Yes, you do. Everyone has time. I guarantee that these people that say, I haven't got time to go to the gym, if you give me your phone and have a look at how much screen time you've had on a daily basis, I bet you spend more than 2 hours on your phone a day, and you only need an hour to go to the gym.
Yeah, I think that is fear as well, though, and that I'm going to prove that I can't do the gym by saying that I'm busy, but actually it's definitely because I'm terrified of going, because in case of it doesn't work, judgment, there's loads of fear there for people who say they're busy.
I've only ever had positive. I've never, in all the time I've trained in various gyms all over the country, I've never had a negative experience in any single gym. Never.
I think the one bit of advice that I would definitely say, if you're new to a gym or new to going to a gym, go with someone who knows what they're doing, or get a personal trainer.
100%.
Because one, you risk looking like a bit of a numpty when you don't know what the kit does, which is not a problem. It's fine. Somebody in the gym might help you.
But prepare for it.
But that could put that person off there and go and think, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not going to do that.
And it is a minefield. Like there are lots of crazy bits of kit that if you don't quite know what they're doing, then you might not know how to operate the kit properly. So get someone who knows what they're doing, or get a trainer, and I just think you'll have a better introduction into gym life, because you'll be shown a proper routine. And it's like, you could come in and train chest and fanny around a routine, but it's like structuring a routine properly, structuring your sets, structuring your reps, figuring out how your body works, is you're going to have far more benefits, and then you're going to progress like 80-90% faster than the average person who's just coming in and just mustering their way through a workout.
Accountability is one, something like I'm sure it works for you. So I'm a fully qualified personal trainer. I know how to do all my own nutrition and training plans and this. But when I want to do something, I hire a coach, because I want that accountability. I want that person every week that I have to check in with. So I have to put that work in. And that's obviously, I know that you do a lot of that with your transformations and stuff. And I think that is key. It's not just having the plan and going to the gym. It's that accountability. Having that person that you're kind of going to answer to at the end of the week will give you that drive to move forward. And that's why coaches like yourself, I think, do an amazing job.
And it's having that mirror held up to you as well. Like, I'm scared to go to the gym. Okay, can you walk through the gym doors and walk back out? Okay, go do that. Can you walk into reception and say hello? Yeah, probably. Okay, go. Can you go and do a bicep curl and come back out and just fade it in? And it's having someone to actually challenge you on those limiting beliefs that decreases gym-intimidation.
Gym-intimidation, yeah. So, you guys got anything to add? Don't be frightened of the big ginger bearded guy.
The bigger, the better.
The bigger the better, baby.
They're normally the nicest ones.
Calm down, Georgia. Jesus Christ, making me blush.
Just saying. I found that, the big musty guys that everyone's scared of.
Right, Georgia, let it go. Okay, seriously. I'll be talking to you after.
No, you are right. You are.
Yeah.
I was the same when I went. Like I say, I walked into a gym, and like I think the lightest guy in there was about 16.5 stone. They were all training in like stringer vests and this, that, and the other. And you're like, Jesus, what are these guys?
We're all human.
It was
And they were
generational, wasn't it?
Yeah,
They were all doormen or something or other. I just
Exactly.
think this place, this vibe, it's not. You know, I can even say like when random people walk through the door, you know, it can be, for example, it could be a 55-year-old woman that looks like she's never trained in her life, and then all of a sudden, you know, she's running in and out of the gym going, oh, just had an amazing session, and she's gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, she's gone. And she's back the next day. So yeah, I just think, you know, the way that this place portrays the gym now. And
you're doing a
coming
good
to
job.
The gym, I think we've nailed it. I really do.
Yeah.
And again, like not like to blow around from it, but there's a lot of independent gyms out there who have done the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I know, I'm friends with lots of different independent gym owners through the UK, and they all have the same attitude. You kind of get treated like a member of the family. If you're looking to join a gym and you want to have a positive experience, like go and find a nice independent gym.
Shop local.
Shop local. Don't be afraid. Like you will be so surprised about how welcoming you will find your independent gym as opposed to your corporate gym.
Yeah.
You'll be welcomed. You'll be shown around. You'll be made integrated into their community, because that's what they thrive on. That's what independent gyms do the best.
That's it.
They build these communities. So,
And if you're not, don't fucking go to it.
find another one.
Find another one.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
loads of gyms in the UK. If you go to a gym and it doesn't suit you, or you don't get a good vibe or
go
a good
to
feeling
another
from it, then go and find another one.
Find something that works for you and create the lifestyle that you
Exactly,
want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Positivity is key. PMA.
Well,
thanks.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming on today. That's our first.
Thank you.
Our virginity is well and truly broken.
Cheers. You're welcome.
Happy days.
So that's
On to the next.
Exactly, on to the next. So yeah, thanks for coming on today, George. It's been
Thanks
really
for
nice.
having me.
I'm sure we'll have you on again.
Please, thank you.
What do you need to do? Don't forget to
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.